says that in India, there are two types of giving da'wah. One is the Salafi da'wah, and this is an exaggeration. He's just trying to make categories. There is the da'wah of Tawheed, Quran and Sunnah, which is the Salafi da'wah, Ahlul Hadith, Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Though there are different types of da'was as well, Brillis, Deobandis, who are not part of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, extreme Sufism, different types, but let's take his question as it is. And the second type of da'wah is those involved in comparative religion. And this is a little bit of an exaggeration, maybe, because those who work in comparative religion, da'wah, they are also part of those who call for Tawheed, Quran and Sunnah. And we don't say that they're not from Ahl Sunnah, but they've specialized in a specific field that maybe most of us don't have knowledge in. So he's saying, is this permissible or not? And he was trying to give us the example of Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, when the Prophet once saw him holding a paper from the Torah. And he was reading in it. So the Prophet said, what is this? He said, O Prophet of Allah, this is a sheet taken from the Torah that was revealed to Moses, and I'm reading it. The Prophet ﷺ took it, snatched it from his hand, and he was angered by it. And he said, أَوْ مُتَهَوِّكُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ يَا عُمَرَ? Are you trying to exaggerate? Are you trying to do something that is not of the norm in the religion of Allah? By Allah, had Moses been alive, he would have only followed me. So the Prophet ﷺ forbade them from reciting or reading anything other than the Quran. And this was at the beginning of the time. This was at the early stages of Islam. After that, things progressed, and the Prophet ﷺ allowed them to look into the books of the Jews and the Christians, because now Islam was established firmly in their hearts. And that is why he instructed Zayd ibn Thabit, may Allah be pleased with him, to learn Hebrew, and he learned it in 10 days. And Zayd was a learned scholar of the companions, yet he was a teenager. So he learned the language in 10 days, which allowed him to read their scriptures and tell the Prophet ﷺ whether what they were telling was right or wrong. So this is permissible to give da'wah through comparative religion. It's a different field, akhi. It's like going and saying to people that in medicine we have people who are professional dentists and we have surgeons and neurosurgeons. So which one is best? This is a different field. Now, the problem is when you get someone who is speaking about comparative religion and he talks about tafsir al-Quran, or talks about hadith, authenticity, or talks about fiqh, which is not his field. Now here we say, akhi, yani hold your horses. This is not appropriate. A da'i who is good in giving da'wah and giving nasiha, talking about issues of aqeedah. No, akhi, if you don't have knowledge, don't speak about aqeedah. A brother who is excellent in fiqh and in tafsir, etc., and he goes to do comparative religion about the Bible and the different Hindu scriptures, etc. This is not your field. Each one is specialized in this or that field. So if a person is well versed in the Quran, in the Sunnah, in the Aqeedah, in the fiqh, and he knows his religion firmly, and he wants to take it a little bit further to call these non-Muslims to Islam through showing Islam and its beauty through the Quran and Sunnah, and also through their own scriptures, this is inshallah something that is permissible. However, as brother, what's his name, Abdul Rahim, said, that the trend of new young Muslims directing to this kind of work is not very healthy. Yani I've seen brothers who, mashallah, dress and talk and behave like Sheikh Ahmed Didat, may Allah have mercy on his soul, who was an icon, who was yani, a celebrity of himself, mashallah. and they try to imitate him. Akhi, this is okay, but you have to first establish yourself in the Islamic studies. You have to learn your Quran, you have to memorize as much as of it, you have to learn the Aqeedah of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah so that you would not fall into wrong hands.